everyone, it's Nisha. So today I wanted to review and demo for you the brand new DiorSkin foundation, the DiorSkin Forever Undecover. I don't have the full size, but here is the picture of it. So what happened, I bought the Skin Dior Forever, and when I bought this, they gave me a sample of the new Forever Undercover. And I thought, because this is new, I review this one first. This one is not that new, but I will review this one for you another time. So this foundation is supposed to be a lightweight natural matte finish, feels like skin, 24-hour lasting foundation. So we will see, because to me, you know, full coverage, long lasting, matte finish, to me it always seems okay, it's going to be really thick, really cakey, so I'm not sure. But with this, it's supposed to be very lightweight, that you don't even feel it on your skin. And why you get good coverage from it is because they use a very high concentration of pigment. The consistency of it is not very thick. Let me just show you. It runs a bit. I mean, I've squeezed just a tiny bit, so you can't tell, but it's not like a thick creamy foundation. Now let me just tell you that I've got obviously mature skin, 47-year-old skin. I don't have it is normal, my skin is quite normal, but it needs a lot of hydration. I use retin-A, so you know that dries out your skin a bit. So as long as I hydrate my skin well, it's fine. I don't have very big pores. I have some pores, but they are nothing to worry about. I have some fine lines and some deeper wrinkles on my forehead. So the color I got is 021, which I think is linen. Let me just quickly explain the colors. So in the winter, I'm 021 and I love this color. When I have a bit more color, I would go to 031. Now with the colors, if you got, let's stay with the 20. If you bought 020, that would give you neutral undertone. 021 gives you more of a golden warm undertone, and then 022 would give you peach tone. So depends what tone you are. You look at the number, the last number. So the 2 will be like intensity, how dark it is or light, and then the tone is the 1, you know, 0, 1, 2. I don't know if they have 3 as well, but that's just roughly to explain the colors. And you know, I like the yellow undertone. So this is the 021. It is such a good color match for me. So obviously I've got it on right now. I will list below all the makeup that I've used. So what I will do now is apply it for you, show you how it applies, and then I will come back a few hours later to see how it wears, and what I really think about it. So let's go to the demo. Okay, so I've put my skincare on, and I've also put on the Faced HangoverX primer. I don't really use it as a primer for foundation, because you know how I feel about primers. I don't feel they really, for me, change the way my foundation looks. I must say, I feel like foundation goes on nicer on this, but I use it more like a moisturizer because it's got coconut water and probiotics, so I feel it really plumps up and moisturizes my skin. Okay, so I will apply it on one side with the Artis brush. I apply most of my foundations with that brush, especially if it's a thick foundation. I find that works really good. And I will do one side with the beauty blender. It feels very, very light and actually quite liquidy, so I would have expected it to be much thicker. So it does feel very, very lightweight, must say. It doesn't feel, you know, like, for example, what other full coverage foundation I could talk about, Kat Von D or Marc Jacobs. These foundations are really, really thick. And it applies nicely with the brush. Now, I wouldn't say it is full coverage. To me, this is more medium to full. So let's do this side with the sponge. Obviously, with this sponge will never give you as full coverage as the brush, because obviously the wet sponge absorbs a bit of product. Do you know what? I've got a bit of peeling from retin-A. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't apply it with a sponge. If you want more sheer coverage, then yes, do it. But that is not giving me much coverage. So I'm going to go over with the brush. I only wanted to try the sponge to see, but I already knew that that wouldn't give me as good a coverage as the brush. So the finish is really nice. I wouldn't say is very, very matte. It's quite natural, very lightweight, but it is definitely not a full coverage. So if you wanted full coverage, you would have to layer it, and I'm sure layering it will be absolutely fine because of how lightweight it is. So I'm just gonna leave it like this, because as you know, I then top every foundation with my Laura Mercier mineral powder, which gives me a bit of extra coverage. But yeah, I quite like it. I don't know how this would work on really dry skin. I've got a normal skin, so okay, let me just put my concealer on, and then I will go and finish my makeup off and come back and tell you how it all looks. Yeah, it looks really good, I must say, for what they say how full coverage it is, and you know, that's supposed to last you 24 hours. I would have expected to be much thicker and cakey, but you know, the technology with foundation has moved on so much. Instead of making the foundation thicker, they put more pigment in it, so you get the coverage. Now it is really nice, and I really like the color. The color is perfect match for me. Okay, my lovely, so I'll go and finish my makeup off and then I come back. Okay, so my makeup is done. I must say, I think the foundation looks beautiful, especially in the daylight. You know, these are bright lights, and it looks good as well, but you can see much more in bright lights. When I was just doing my makeup, you know, in a daylight, it looked even prettier. So I think even for mature skin, this foundation would be good. Let me zoom you in. I don't know if you'll be able to. know, I think it looks really, really pretty. Now this is first impressions, but to be honest, with foundations, I know in one day if I'm going to like it. I don't need to wear it for a week. I know in one day. I'll always apply my foundation the same way on the same products. So if on that day the foundation applies well, looks great and looks great throughout the day, I know that's foundation for me. I will come back a few hours later. Obviously I'm not going to stay up for 24 hours to see how this works, because I never stay up for 24 hours. To me, if foundation works good for 6-8 hours, that's enough for me. So yeah, I will see you a bit later. Okay, I'm back. So it's 5 p.m. now, so it's been about 6 hours. I haven't looked at myself all day. I haven't touched up. I've just put my lipstick on just for you. So the foundation is looking good, although I would say that it's gone a bit shiny on my chin and is worn off a bit. In fact, in this whole area, it's sort of just gathered tiny bit, but all in all, yeah, maybe my forehead is a bit shiny as well. All in all, it hasn't broken up anywhere else. It looks quite good. I would just say around here, but I think I have tendencies throughout the day to, you know, sit like this or touch my chin, so maybe that's why this is. Okay, let me zoom you in. So you can see it's worn off a bit here. It hasn't settled in those lines. So yeah, it's very good. I don't know, me not being oily and still getting some oily patches, I don't know how that would work for people with oily skin, but for me it's fine. So far I don't know what the difference is between Forever Undecover, the one that I'm wearing, and Just Forever. I will review this one, and when I do that I will be able to tell you what is the difference between these two. Okay, my lovely, so yeah, I do like it. I think, you know, I don't think it's such different and fabulous foundations to any other favorite ones that I have, but it is a good foundation. So like I said, I'm always very careful to recommend foundations. I can just tell you and show you how it works on me, but like I said, we all have different skin types, different level of fine lines and wrinkles, and also depending what skincare or primers you're using under your foundations. So I always recommend to get a sample if you can. I got a sample for that one first and I did like it, so yeah, I will definitely review this one for you very soon. Okay, my lovely, so they were my thoughts on the DiorSkin Forever Undecover foundation. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you soon. Bye.